Amnesty International has called on the International Criminal Court to investigate war crimes accusations in Afghanistan, including by the US and Afghan troops and the Taliban. Amnesty says the months before the Taliban takeover were marked by repeated war crimes and relentless bloodshed by all parties. Previously, the court's Afghanistan prosecutor said it would only investigate war crimes accusations against the Taliban and Daesh.
I think the challenge also comes from lack of cooperation from these Western governments. If you look back in hindsight, there's ample evidence of what some Australian soldiers did, which amounted to war crimes in the province of Uruzgan. And I was personally working on that project. But today, no one talks about that, or the lack of cooperation from the United States, let alone in Afghanistan under the Taliban. It's not in the interest of the Taliban to let these cases be investigated when their soldiers and commanders are openly assassinating former members of the Afghan National Security Forces, former Afghan officials. A lot of these killings have been causing huge embarrassment to the Taliban government when bodies of those victims are clearly, showing evidence of torture, like hands have been tied up. And at a time when the Taliban are asking the world to recognize them and to trust them as a government, these revelations will further create a massive distance, a climate of mistrust that is already deep. And who will suffer at the end of the day? It'll be the people of Afghanistan. Because if the Taliban are not recognized by international community, by the Western government, if there's no funding, then the people of Afghanistan continue to face the risk of mass starvation. You're talking about at least 23 million Afghans urgently needing bread, let alone, wood, let alone rice, cooking oil, and everything else.